Today on A Commonly Good MTG, we're playing with Dinosaur Reanimator version 3 from Tommi. So yeah, this guy, he likes to tinker with his decks. He makes things a little bit better, and we have the inclusion of a Duskmourn card in here. They've got a little bit more than that, and if that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello, and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, and remember, you can trust me. I am a trained professional. Dr. Yukon Suckett. Yes, thank you. Written before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Suckett. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to a deck I found on the Aether Hub, posted by Tommi. He called it Jund Dino Reanimator V3, including cards from Duskmourn. Just because he put DSK at the end there, which means including cards from Duskmourn. All right, so yeah, there we go. This is version 3 of Tommi's Dino Reanimator deck, and I've loved. I think it was version 2 we played last, maybe something like that. So the fact it's that deck with some Duskmourn cards in it, I'm looking forward to it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit how it should work, and then we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got today? Well, look here. It's a Duskmourn card. What does it do? You can put a 1/1 out for 1, and then for 4, you can sacrifice it to turn target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Great. That's what it is, a reanimator, right? So that's what we're going to do. We get it out early, kill some people, try to keep it alive, and then for 4 mana, sacrifice it to bring something back. Or we could just wait until we have like 5 mana, put it out for 4, and then sacrifice it immediately. That sounds like a good plan too. All right, Torch the Tower does 2 damage. If we can do the second thing by bargaining it, not only do we do 3 damage, but we also get to scry 1, which I believe allows us to take, if we see a big creature, throw it into our graveyard. Bitter Triumph allows us to discard something, which we want to do, throw a big guy into our graveyard. And you can use that to destroy target creature or planeswalker for 2. Just discard a card and draw 2 cards. Discard a card and draw 2 cards. This one can potentially get you haste. This one can potentially get you a giant dinosaur. All right, this one does 3 points of damage to each creature or planeswalker, or destroys all artifacts with mana values of 3 or less. If you got your lattices out, don't do artifacts. Rakdos Joins Up. For 5, you get to take something from your graveyard back to the battlefield and put 2 Popo counters on it. And then whenever a legendary creature dies, it deals damage equal to that creature's power to target opponent. This is our legendary creature. Palani's Hatcher gives all other dinosaurs have haste. And then it comes out with 2 eggs. And then at the beginning of combat, you sacrifice 1 egg to turn into a 3/3 green dinosaur with haste. So if you get this guy out with some of your other guys, then that means they get haste, and that is fantastic. Trumpeting Carnosaur can be used for 3 points of damage to target creature or planeswalker. Gets it into a graveyard for 3, essentially. We can reanimate it, bring it back for 5. Otherwise, you could pay 6 to put it out. When it enters the battlefield, you discover 5. What's 5? Everything from this line over. Discover allows you to look for non-land cards, which is everything that's not a land, essentially. Everything over here. Vaultborn Tyrant. Anytime you put out a creature with a power of 4 or greater, you gain 3 life and you draw a card. If it dies, it comes back as an artifact version of itself. Except for it doesn't come back again after it dies again. So this guy has super value. And then Ghalta. When he enters the battlefield, you put any number of creature cards from your hand into the battlefield. So if you got Ghalta in your graveyard and you can bring him back for 5, you got a few guys in your hand, you're going to be dropping down dinosaurs like a mother fracker. That's what you're going to do. What do we got over here? We got something you can put out for dinosaurs. You can play any color. Bunches of cool dual lands. And we got lots of those dual lands that surveil, which allows you to take a look at your next card. And if it's a large dinosaur, throw it into your graveyard. Otherwise, keep it. All right, that's it. There's a lot of synergy here. There's a lot of things working towards your ultimate plan. What are we going to do? We're going to control the early board. We're going to be drawing cards, trying to throw graveyard dinosaurs into our graveyard, while looking for our Reanimator cards. If in a pinch, we could potentially get this guy out, and for 4, return one of the big guys to the battlefield. Worst case scenario, it's 5. All right, so there we go. Before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every day. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Shouldered, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven for us, and to hear lamentations of the women. And we're playing against Hearthom. 33. Keep. That's a lot to do. Surveil is probably a good idea, but let's get to it in a little bit. All right, this will get us all slow. Another one, huh? Sure. We're good right now. 2's not going to do us good against that. Let's put this guy out. Okay, we got to get to 5 mana. We only got 3. That guy was a good hope. But I mean, he's packing so much black. What's the chances that we were going to be able to get it through? Those butts are too big. All right, got another land, but oh no, this one's fast. That one's fine. Let it happen. We're down to 12. Let's see if we can get some Discover action going. Death Touch, huh? All right, trample to 12. I get ourselves some legendaries from somewhere. Going after it, unfortunately. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Pop them both. Because we got 2 of them. And all in. Alright, he is down to 4. Let's just shoot creatures of planeswalkers. Alright. All right, we can see you can take out 4. It doesn't strike me the kind of guy that can pump up to 10. All right, you got 2 guys for blocking, and we only have to sneak 2 guys past you. That's it. That's not good. No, that is good. You can only wipe out 1 guy. Really, you're just going to let that go, huh? Oh, you get 2 guys out of the deal. All right. And we win. Here we go. All in, baby. There we go. Oh, you get the life gain out of it. Good for you. You got 1 left. Yeah, I should have popped with him. I was just so certain I could get 6 points through. Forgot about the lifelink guy, which didn't exist at the beginning of the term. All right, so this would wipe out way too much. And we win! In your face, Hearthom. Victory! All right, playing against the Sith Lord, 74. 3 mana. Keep. Got to get these guys in the graveyard. Keep the land. Thank you. All right, this is where I start to not... After I do this, I don't necessarily want to have to start loose stuff. This guy looks like he's going for discard. All right, 3, nothing to do. All right, that's fine. Losing teeth, huh? All right, we were tricksy. Ghalta. Man, we got lots of Ghaltas there, don't we? All right, so the deal with Ghalta is if we just flood him out, and then Rakdos is going to totally screw everybody over. Yeah, because that means that they'll die because they're all legends. All right, I think this is it. I think this is how we win the game right now. All right, maybe it wasn't right now. I was expecting a little bit more flooding from my graveyard, but yeah, it was my hand that it needed to be in. Still, if Ghalta dies, he dies. He has to exile it. He's got to exile. You got exile in your hand. I'll touch the rainbow butt. There we go. Go for a strike. Look at everybody. Oh, he could actually live. All right, so that first strike is going to jump in the way. That's fine. That's just 9 damage. I'll get 5 over the top of that. And we win. And we win. Victory. All right, we're playing against a Rab. Whatever, man. Keep. Keep it. I don't think we have the ability to deal with this. All I can really do is just choke on it. Wait from the target. Our little friend, the heartfelt hero. All right, nice. Good for you. All right, this is cool. I can take him out. Or... I don't need more than 5. We're fine. Let's just wait. Let's see what he gets. I'm going to put this out. We got Torch the Tower still. Let's leave it. I guess I could have snuck out there and killed that guy. Whatever. Suck it, man. What do I got in here? Ghalta? Yeah, it sounds like fun. Let's go discover. All right, he's got 2 cards and we win. Nice to meet you, Mono Red. Stupid aggro. All right, playing against Shabboneau. 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 2 mana. 3, this guy gets sacrificed. We just have such faith that we'll be able to get something that brings things back from the graveyard. We do have a lot of it, though. At least it seems that way. That's a card we need. I muted you, right? Yeah, there we go. All right, 2. Let's bid a reunion. All right, we can use this guy as a lightning bolt. He's just trying to ramp up on us here. I got 3. There's 4. We can dino jump on guys. We don't have Ghalta in there, do we? Okay, that's fine. We're just all standing around looking at each other, not doing anything. He's playing dinosaur. All right, hoping I'll be able to smoke him here in a second. All right, I'll get that guy. He's got a ward, I can't get him. So I need ward 2. I don't have the additional mana for it. Let's go discover. That guy's kind of a wuss. I got nothing in my graveyard. One, I got 5, 6. I can just put out my own trumpeter on the next turn. I don't think Brotherhood's Inn is going to work very well here. What you can do? You can take the shot, have a fight. I'll have to waste a lot on this, don't I? Just doing it again. I'm in. You want to take a swing? Nope. All right, haste up. Yeah, I'll keep that. That's good. All right. Let's swing in. I'm willing to waste a lot at this point. So I can bring things back from the graveyard. I'm the Reanimator. He's down to 10. That ward's getting in the way. That ward on the Hulking Raptor is pretty fantastic. What are you going to do? You're going to have to Reckless or Rakdos Joins Up? There we go. Well, that's not good. I kind of needed all that stuff. And we win! In your face, Davy Jones! Trying to be all tricksy on me. Victory! Alright, we're playing against why are these people picking these names? Rougarou. Keep. Look out, it's a weird looking mask. I know he's playing Black Skeleton. He's playing aggro. That's great for him. Can I do anything about it? I got to be able to wipe the board. I need to get myself at Brotherhood's End, really. Didn't get it. I could do this to chop something up, but it's not the greatest. Let's do it again, see what else we can find here. So Ghalta. Still not getting anything. Bringing back Ghalta is fantastic, but we got to get 5 if we want to play it quick. We can't let that guy live. We're going to have to Trumpeting Carnosaur him. But she has a mana to pull my dudes. That's even better. Let's just do that. That's what I was looking for. Nice Brotherhood in. Alright, next turn I can pop it out. Hopefully I can snag his ability. Let's try. Wonder Twin Power, activate. All right, let's go discover some stuff. 1. Everybody else gets haste. Ooh, I sent my egg in. That was a mistake. And we win! Ooh, that worked out well. Victory! Alright, so we are with DINO Reanimator 3 by Tommi. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially the same deck. Tommi makes small increments, and we did get to add something from Duskmourn in there, which was cool. So let's talk about that. It was Valgavoth's Faithful. It was a nice, I mean, because what's great about it is technically you can reanimate Ghalta for 4. That is such a great price. I would never do it because, I mean, unless you know the other person has a crap deck that just can't take out little guys. Because if you see a Valgavoth's Faithful hit the board, you need to kill it. That is way too much. Yeah, that guy would bring Toxroll back. That guy is the devil. So, absolutely, this guy needs to be killed quickly and efficiently whenever you see him. But for 5 mana, right, which is the cost for getting anything back, like Rakdos Joins Up, you could just do it. That's cool. Trying to think if you had like things that protected your creatures, you had enough mana for that kind of stuff, you could still put them out, keep them alive. What else was new in here? The other one I really liked was Saheeli's Lattice. Because what is it? You may discard a card if you do draw cards, and you can craft dinosaurs out of it. And so you can go through, get your guys out of the graveyard, and its power is equal to the total power of the exiled creatures. You make him super big if you wanted to. He doesn't have trample, that's a problem, but he could potentially have haste. If you happen to have Bitter Reunion out, you could flip that thing around, or you managed to bring in a Palani's Hatcher or something like that. So altogether, yeah, Saheeli's Lattice was super cool addition to this deck. It was older, but just we didn't have it before. It was really good. I liked it. In fact, I mean, essentially it is Bitter Reunion. Bitter Reunion provides you haste. This one allows you to build a dinosaur for 5 out of your graveyard. Super cool. All right, so let's talk about this. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? It was my Reanimators. Those are the ones that were the most. It was either Rakdos Joins Up, which is one I like his art much better than Valgavoth's Faithful. But in reality, they roughly do the same thing. This guy I like a little bit better because he hangs around and does damage if you lose, legendary creatures. We are not strong on legendary creatures. It's just Ghalta in this situation. So, it's not, I've seen this better on a legendary creature deck. In this case, though, it did good. I'm going to give it to Rakdos Joins Up, just because that extra ability made it a little bit better than Valgavoth's Faithful for roughly the same cost. So there we go. Rakdos Joins Up, you are the MVP, and you are going to Disneyland. Congratulations. You do a good job there. All right, was this deck competitive? I ended up picking up a 71% win rate in the casual queue. I did not play this on the ranked ladder. Yeah, things are still shaking out. I'm trying to get an idea of what's going on. This has been a good deck. I probably could have taken on the rank and done very well with it. I just didn't. So anyways, it is what I consider to be a competitive deck. Competitive just meaning that you win more than you lose, not necessarily that you're going to take it to Mythic. So take what I say as what I'm meaning to say, not what you think it means. I'm saying this because of comments I've received. All right, so in my point, this is a competitive deck. Congratulations. Was this deck a fun deck? Yes. Why did I like it? Because look at that. You got stuff to do in the first couple of rounds, and then you got guys to throw away, and then you just kind of work your way up to 5 mana. So what are we doing early on? We got Torch the Tower. We got Bitter Triumph, allowing us to do a little bit of control. We got a lot about control of the card draw, some board wipe. I mean, so we got decent amounts of control. Not doing a lot of creatures early on, not doing a bunch of aggro stuff, but we get to things pretty quick. That's not too bad. This thing doesn't have any man lands, but it could maybe use some cheap man lands just to allow you to do something. Thing is, you're really kind of going all in on the idea that eventually you're going to be able to Rakdos Joins Up or Faithful to bring back Ghalta or the Carnosaur, something to bring back a bunch of dudes all at one time. Vaultborn Tyrant, he is expensive, so he's great to throw in the graveyard. When you bring him back, he just brings himself back. He's a great way of gaining life, though. Tons of it. So, yeah, these guys are space excellent. Anyways, it is a fun deck, and this was a good version of it. Was this deck interesting? Now, it pretty much was just DINO Reanimator 2 with a couple of cards swapped out. So seeing the swapped out cards, seeing the stuff, we're playing something from Duskmourn, yeah, it made it into an interesting deck. It wasn't as interesting as it could be, but it was still interesting and worth playing because of the couple of new cards that were pushed into it. The card I'm not big on is Torch the Tower. I'm not really sure why. Sure, I can do 3. I guess the scry is the ability. Because if you scry, that means you can figure out if you got one of these dudes you can throw in the graveyard. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about scrying. It took me a long time to pick up on it. The other thing is, I'm not seeing that much scry ability. I felt like I was getting pain lands all the time. Surveil. Okay, maybe there's plenty in here. And not really. I've seen it just typed out a little bit better, where it felt like the lands were more on the whole surveil thing, which allows you to throw your big dudes into the graveyard if you need to. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, for being the 3rd version, I thought it was well worth the upgrade. It was a good job. I liked it. All right, so let's count this up. Was it competitive? Yep. Was it fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Yep, it was a good step forward. All right, so I'm going to give this deck an A+. I definitely think it is a fantastic deck. Well worth playing. And if you happen to have enough wild cards to put this thing together, I'd recommend doing so. All right, there you go, A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I'd highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.